Hey you random nerd, geek, otaku, or other self-imposed title. Do you find that your collection of knickknacks is a little on the lacking side? So much that you have to use Furbies from your childhood? I call this one Spike, because of gremlins. But fret not, for Loot Crate is on the way to turn you into what your mom calls a hoarder. But what does she know? I am the one with a college degree and not even using it. So what is Loot Crate? It sorta sounds like it should be some type of giant wooden crate that I'd expect to possibly find some type of awesome gun in, or like an awesome hat for a game that I hate. But it is in fact a monthly service that sends you a box filled with geekdom for around $20. And this is the box. Now, as a note, this is more of a first impression of the service and a review of this month's goodies. So if you're like me and this is your first box, then you might be a little let down by just looking at it from the outside. It looks kind of small. As a comparison, here's the first horror block that I got from Nerdblock, which I'll also be reviewing soon enough. It's clearly bigger, and that horror block is closer in size to what I had envisioned. But it's also $10 more. And it's from Canada, and Canada is amazing, I'm told. However, the sizes of these boxes change from month to month, and as an example, it's already been revealed that Funko Pop is coming in next month's box, and as you can tell by me putting up my Sharknado next to this month's box, it is clear that a bigger box will be required. But who cares about the size of the box? It's about what is inside of it. And as modeled by this handsome guy here, who's only handsome in his own mind, one of the key items in each Loot Crate is a fancy t-shirt, and considering typically shirts like these can range from $15 to $25 at minimum, that right there clearly makes the box worth it. This month's t-shirt features the Joker cosplaying as Loki, or as they call it, Jokey. And I'm down with it, even if comics are kinda like the least know-how in my geekverse of choice. Also, there's a pair of Deadpool socks, and I'm no model, especially a foot model, so here you go to save your eyes. I'm not really a fancy sock person either, but hey, they're neat. Even if the merc with the mouth just kind of reminds me of that girl I met online, went to my first con with, and then left me for Axel. Oh, why, Susanna? Emotional traumas aside, the other big item that you get is a Rocket Raccoon comic book that is supposedly a Loot Crate exclusive. And like most comics of mine, it'll probably go to good use of me forgetting I even have it in the corner of my closet. But hey, as I've said, I'm not the biggest comic book person out there. But if you like the characters of the Guardians of the Galaxy, then you might get a ton of enjoyment from this. So continuing in this comic-centric box, did I forget to mention this is a villains box? Now I haven't. There's also two Batman posters. One's of the Joker and one is of Harley, which were originally connected, but I had the courage to rip the two apart. And if you're like me and have bad memories of ripping papers from your notebook in school, then you know the courage required to rip two posters that you like apart. Lastly, we have this documentary involving the villains of DC Comics. It is an interesting watch, explaining the thought processes involved and what goes into a good villain, and some philosophical questioning on the whole villain-hero symbiosis going on. It likely doesn't reveal anything you didn't know before though, but hey, that popcorn just sitting there needs something to fix the issue. But that isn't all that's inside of it either. There are also a few throwaway / cheaper items in it, like this Darth Vader keychain. It's kind of neat, not sure it actually exemplifies myself to put on my key rings, plus my keyring is kind of already running over with keys at the moment. There's also a Bowser magnet. I want you, as long as you're not a plumber. And it does a good job at being a magnet. Right there on the fridge, next to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Rock on! And the last thing you get is a button. It tells you and everyone else you got this box. Because buttons! So the big question is Loot Crate worth it? Well, objectively speaking, it is, because in each and every box you get around $40 in value, and this month I kind of added up to around $50. I might be a little bit off on that, but it's around $50. So you're getting somewhere between 2 to 3 times your value in one of these little boxes. So in that sense, it's worth it. But subjectively speaking though, that will depend on you. Because you might have looked at this box and thought it was like super amazing. You want to get everything in this. You want to wear the shirt, wear the socks, read the comic, watch the video, use the key ring as a key ring, and use the magnet as a magnet to hold up your homework so your parents can be happy about you. They never will be, but they pretend to be. Some of you probably will look at this and like, no, none of this is for me. I don't want anything in this. And some of you probably like me will get this, like some of the stuff, but it also isn't your cup of tea, and generally you probably wouldn't go out there looking for some of the stuff in this. Granted, some of the stuff I did really like, I probably will use from time to time, like the shirt for example. I probably will wear this very often, and if anything, if your experience is like me, a girl will talk to you and tell you that she likes your shirt. Loot Crate, you need to add that to the front. Girls will talk to you about your shirt. Guaranteed. Unless you're a girl, then guys will talk to you more often. I don't know. So with that in mind, with this being my first Loot Crate and being a first impression, all of that, I give it a soft pass. As for this crate in and of itself, I give it our very non-patented level down ranking of alright. And thank you guys for watching my very first video on my new channel here. I know it's probably a little amateurish because I've never done a review on anything like this before, so I don't know how to do it. I'm used to doing reviews for video games. So if you happen to like Loot Crate, I have a link to it down below where you can go to the website and sign up and all that. And if you happen to like this video, please leave a like and subscription. And also, if you have a Loot Crate and you want to share your experience, why not do so down below? Or if you've never had a Loot Crate, post down below. Do you like this box? Would you have signed up and wanted this box? Or would you prefer something different? Let us know. Until next time, bye-bye.